Every day, Yale's athletes load the bus from Payne Whitney Gym to make the trip to the off-campus athletic facilities. But in Yale's earliest years, student athletes looking for a place to play didn't always have the luxurious space the facilities offer today.
The students mainly used the green to begin with, or the sort of so-called front yard or lawn area of the college. But as Yale began to grow larger and they needed to fill in that space, the students on their own had to look for other places to play.
It was not until 1880 that a plot of land on Derby Avenue was purchased to create Yale Field, which stood where the Smilow Field Center is currently located.
The Yale students put together their money and bought a large piece of land on Derby Avenue in the site where all the athletic fields are today.
It didn't take long for the purchase to pay off, as facilities began to develop and attract thousands of fans and athletes participating in a wide variety of sports. With the construction of the Yale Bowl in 1914, Yale's off-campus athletic presence was raised to an entirely new level.
The building of the Yale Bowl across the street was a tremendous step forward because the Yale Bowl was the largest amphitheater since the Roman Colosseum. It was not uncommon to get crowds of 60 and 70,000 and more.
The trip from Yale's campus to the fields was significant without cars and buses, but Yale's student athletes did not let that stop them from participating.
Students, mainly boys then, were looking for exercise, and the 2-mile walk was not that arduous. There were trolleys in New Haven, horse cars to begin with, and then the actual electrified trolleys came to New Haven in 1892.
More than 100 years later, Yale students today continue to make this commute. However, the trip, which requires for students to wait for buses on the 15s, can prove to be time-consuming for the busy student athlete.
When we're having to go to practice, we practice every day from 3 to 6, but we leave at 2:15, and then by the time we get back to dinner, it's like 6:30. By the time we're done with dinner, it's 7. So it's really like a 5-hour ordeal instead of just a 3-hour practice.
Yale fans looking to show their support often prefer to attend on-campus contests within walking distance of all 12 residential colleges.
If you go to volleyball games or basketball games, you have so many fans compared to soccer or lacrosse or tennis. We don't get that many.
Since it's a lot more accessible, we're able to get a lot more fans than we would if we were further away or if people had to take a bus.
Though the off-campus location may lead to a lower turnout, it does provide some definite advantages to Yale's student athletes.
Having a few minutes on the bus to prepare for practice would be nice. Maybe it's a time when people listen to their own music and get into their different moods.
I think you're able to have a little bit nicer facilities. If you have them off campus, you have more room.
With the fall season in full swing, the Yellow school buses are busier than ever, with hordes of Yaleys traveling the same path every day that Yale's earliest athletes did over 100 years ago. For YTV, this has been Georgiana Magman. Back to you.